Dreadbeard, Chance Smo. And Rainbow Princess. And Gringo Flamingo, you've been streaming a bit of Brawl, right?
But I thought my computer had a virus, double clicking, and then I realized I just broke my mouse.
Oh.
So I haven't been, but
Okay. Yeah, I know you did for a few times, and it was pretty good. I hopped in and kind of lurked for a while, so.
a new one, but Amazon just lost. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna log in. So it's not great. Could artifact lands be unbanned? Random non-3DH question. I don't believe so. I left too fast last game. Bushi says, you left too fast last game. I ended up just barely Phyrexian punt and winning with Niv plus Curiosity the next turn. Oh. That's always fun. Were you saying something? Gringo Flamingo?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I felt like I heard you there for a second. Okay.
Jeremy, you'll appreciate this deck. It's one of those ones where it doesn't do much except for one particular silly thing.
Okay. So, forgot to point out, commanders, I'm playing Yidris. Dreadbeard's playing Zacama. Chancemo's playing Kruphix. And Rainbow Prince is playing Ayli. Drip Attack, has turn order been messing up for you? Because it has been for me. Occasionally, I have definitely seen that. I have not seen it recently, but it's definitely been a problem in the past. Where we've had it all go out of order. Well, that's unfortunate. Second land that I kept was Rot Farm.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Tap land into a bounce land.
Yep. I was really hoping to get through because I only had one land in my first hand, and I was like, yeah, this is 3 mana technically, so I don't know. I think I'll ditch the Primordial. Little off from that right now. You revamped equipment for so many colors and commanders. Hopefully this third Nahiri list will satisfy me. Yeah. Playing some Ayli. Ooh, that's even better. Derp says, for me, the latest it was messing up for me. Yeah, it's been off and on doing that, where it's gone out of order that's on the screen. I haven't had it for a while, but I've definitely seen it multiple times. Another card to build around, Amnesia. Boo.
You gotta shush some things.
Just lock it down. Nice. Yeah. At least can get this out there. But no land drop. Somebody can feel free.
I was going to try and help that, but somebody locked me out of playing my enchantment.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Locked you out of, or just delayed you?
By the time I can play it, it won't be nearly the nice effect.
Yeah. Oh, I see. We all have to pay extra for enchantments. Why not hit just F8 instead of F6? Probably because I'm just bad. Dinner is made. Alright, enjoy, Valdor. Cultivate. Ooh, getting wastes.
I sense Eldrazi.
Clever girl.
I have one in here. It's the one that exiles artifacts and enchantments.
Hmm.
But you can get it back from your graveyard by paying colorless, and that's why I needed the waste.
Oh, okay.
Not that I have it in my hand, but playing this deck has taught me to go ahead and just grab it when I can.
Oh, no, that's, yeah. You always just get the off color or no color in your case.
My colorless splash.
Right. Alright, what are we getting? Derp asks, what is the coolest card you have seen? Altars don't count for me. It was Arabian Nights Mountain. I think the coolest card I've ever seen in person was a Summer Taiga and a Summer Demonic Tutor. And that was 7 years ago. So it was worth, the Taiga was probably worth like easily over 1,000, probably like 2,000, 3,000. So it's got to be worth like way more now.
I have a crazy card story if you're interested.
Sure. I
was doing a draft with my best friend. We were doing a large, a 10-person draft, chaos draft, and he had a pack of modern masters that he was going to put into the pool. He had a pacemaker, so he cracked his pack, set the pack down, immediately laid down, and practiced his breathing. We all started panicking and going, "Oh my God, what the hell happened? What the hell happened?"
Mm-hmm.
Turns out he opened a foil goif.
Oh, nice. Well, that was dumb. Yeah, that's pretty insane.
Yeah, he was actually pretty stressed about his pacemaker kicking in like 3 or 4 times before he calmed down enough to show us what the hell was going on.
Yeah, that's got to be pretty ridiculous. Aww.
Oh.
Oh.
Now it can be blocked.
It can be.
I am okay with this.
I can tell you I'm not going to cast anything from my hand this turn. I was mainly doing it for the scry. Because I need lands. That's...
Well, if I
fine.
survive, I might be able to help you out with that now that I can actually cast my spell.
Yeah. Does a collection of card counts? Yeah. 700 plus demonic tutors don't count. But yeah, I think that was probably my biggest one was the summer cards that I've seen. I mean, I've the craziest thing with cards that I've had happen to me is when I started working for Star City Games within like a couple of months, they were like, hey, we want to do a commercial with for this complete set of beta that we have. Can you record it? So I was like, yeah, obviously, that's what I'm here for, sure. And it was just, here's all the power and all the duels that are graded like at least 8.5 or better, and then just a binder with all of the other cards, and it was just sitting on like a mini fridge because it needed to be, you know, actually made into a commercial. And I was just like, hey, can you do this? And sure. So I just went out and filmed as best I could a set of cards that was worth $30,000, more than all of the cars that I've ever owned combined, you know. So that was pretty crazy. Derp, your thoughts on group hug style of decks and other Kingmaker styles? I'm fine with group hug for the most part, unless the person just has like 0 end game.
Do not misunderstand. I am not a group hug deck.
Kingmaker style decks can be interesting. It just kind of depends on how you're deciding to actually like do the king making and what your politics involved are. Yeah. Were they walking around with the beta handcuffed to some huge guy in a suit? Not quite. it sold pretty quickly after we made that. I also got to handle and take a picture of Brian Kibler was in our office at one point, and he came in and we took a picture of him holding the original artwork for Lion's Eye Diamond, because that was something that was sold through the site early on, like I said, like 7 years ago at this point. So that was another crazy thing. Like I came into office shortly after I started working, probably 2 or 3 months after I started working, and there was a box on my desk, or near my desk, because it was just in the same office as the president of the company. It was still very, very small, like a lot less people than there were now. So I walk in and there's just a box on my desk, and I'm like, oh, what's this? And I look inside it, and it's just like there's a bunch of frames sticking out, and I look inside and it's a bunch of framed artwork, and it's like original Sarah Angel from 9th edition and like a couple other original arts, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty awesome. Oh, it's all Pete Hoflane's. That kind of makes sense, but he was just getting ready to take him home with him. But that was pretty crazy. Just like, oh yeah. And back then, like, art wasn't even worth nearly as much. Like, it was kind of, you know, you could pay a couple $100s and get a decent original. And now they go for, you know, thousands pretty easily. Hey, HUD, what's going on? Derp, for me, it was either I'm going to give everyone stuff and win, or die by my own deck. Oh, yeah, sure. That style. So it just kind of depends on what we're talking about. If we're talking like monetary wise or just historic wise, stuff like that too. Pong.
You know, a raft now would probably be an okay thing.
There's stuff on the board. I don't know. I don't think.
Yes, your stuff is scary.
Derp says, for me, the coolest thing I got to see in my LGS was an unlimited time walk graded. That's pretty sweet. Also seeing some like really interesting miscuts and misprints and stuff like that is pretty neat. There was a show we did, I think it was New Jersey, and it was several years ago. It was probably like 2013 at the time, where somebody had one of the coolest misprints I've ever seen, or like miscuts really. So it was a planes from Mirrodin, and it looked like kind of normal, like the art was fine, but something happened to it in the printing and cutting process so that the cardboard that it was on got folded under and then folded back. So it looked normal from the front, but you could peel like a layer of cardboard off, and that was like hinged in 3 spots, and you could actually see like there was a print and then like a no print and then a print again, and it just kind of like opened up like that, and then the back of the card you could see through, and it was pretty crazy. And they just, yeah, they were like, yep, this is just like the way it got it got caught on the printing press. So it was very, very cool looking, but not something that I have ever seen the like of again, and it probably sold very, very quickly. We're gonna try this.
Well, that's not scary at all.
Not really. I didn't think so. Can you show us on a token or something, or a tip card? Do we have a card around here? Actually, I'll grab a piece of paper. That might be easier. So you know how cards are actually layered? Is that they have like the back is cardboard, and then there's like a middle blue layer, and then there's a front layer. So there's actually like 3 layers or possibly more in a card. So the card had like a back layer. Oh, full screen. So the card had like a back layer like this, and then the front layer was attached to it. So it looked, you know, like this, but the card itself, the front of the card was kind of folded like this, and the art was completely fine when you looked at it like this when it was completely folded. And then you would pull the paper out like that, the front of the cardboard, and you would see like the art and then no art and a little bit of art here, you know, and then like no art right here where it was folded over. So it was just very cool where the whole thing, when it was folded down like that, you actually got to see the full card, but when you pulled it out, it was just all layered of where it got printed and where it didn't get printed. And it was like the only card I've ever seen like that. It was very, very cool. How late am I streaming? Yeah, Valder's right. I usually do 2 games a night, but it kind of depends. If this goes very, very quickly, it could be something where I just throw something together and do a 3rd one. But usually I try and end around midnight. So... Nice. Cheering for game 3.
I think I remember a game 3 happening when I played Rurik Thar.
Yeah. Sometimes it goes really quickly and I just play in a 3rd game, but not always. Just kind of depends how the night's going and how I'm feeling, stuff like that. On the Misprint Guy's channel, he has 4 square cornered with 3 different cards on it. Oh, nice. Yeah, I've definitely seen things like that. Not a non-factory cut? Wow. That's a lot. Pull. Whew.
Dig, dig, dig.
Yeah. Digging for 8. It's a pretty big one. Oh, nice. Mino says, quick random unrelated follow-up to the charity stream I plugged on Saturday. It ended up raising $111,000 over 3 days. The original goal was 50. That's very cool. He also has the only hollow foil dragon whelp. Yeah, I've seen that one on his channel. He has a lot of very, very cool things. I saw once a while ago, so there was a test run of a few cards that got out of the factory where they were testing the frames, like doing new frames. And there's like Basking Root Walla, and I've seen one of those in person where it's like the mana cost and stuff is on the side. The mana cost and the name, I think, were on the side. It's a very cool looking frame. That never made it out to print. I don't think it was supposed to really make it out of the factory and everything, but a few of them did. And I've seen the Basking Root Walla one in person, and it looked really sweet. And then a while ago, Wedge had a Mutilate that had that frame, and I was like, oh man, if I just had a couple extra $1,000 in my bank account, I would buy that card because it looked sweet. I would love to sit down and pick his brain. Yeah, I got to meet him at Gen Con at the Gathering Magic TCG Player. I can't remember which one. Party quite a few years ago. He's a very cool guy and has a lot of very cool stories about how he got some of those cards. Grim Haruspecs.
I am emboldened by the fact it does say non-token.
Yeah, it is non-token, and it is must draw a card, not may draw.
Emboldened.
Yeah. Textless Cradle, and the only thing it had on it was the green symbol. Yeah, I've seen that one too. It just had the mana symbol, no text. Seen one of those on Magic Librarities, I think, had a picture of it. A whole lot of duders. Hey, are you fighting? Stop fighting. Hey, whoa! Cat battles.
Meow.
Yeah.
Ow! Why am I the target?
You got a lot of stuff.
I have no creatures. I'm not doing anything but
You
putting mana
played
out for no
doubling
apparent
cube
reason.
in a Kruphix deck.
Yeah. Thoughts on the comments from M19? I don't really have that many thoughts on it, honestly. You know, maybe we'll see it. Well,
At 2, Brute?
no blockers.
I'll block. You could have flanked me.
Santa had a dude, he was dying to chuck into the bin.
I understand. Need that trigger.
That's true.
Guess I got trample, but
Your dude has trample.
yeah, well, about that.
Details.
We're gonna make everybody kind of sad.
No.
Oh no, I can't make people
You're gonna
sad.
do more damage to me because I can't get much sadder.
Yeah, I can't make people that sad actually.
I have 3.
I just wish I've actually been drawing lands this game.
I think I do this. It's not super great because I don't get to copy it because I only have one in my graveyard. But I want the Cascade trigger. And we're going to Cascade into a Cascade.
No value.
Get rid of the Ayli, I guess.
Should have gotten rid of the Teleport Cutthroat instead.
Oh, yeah. Well, guess what?
3.
I get to copy that.
Oh, that's right. I stand stupid.
I probably should have gotten the Zilpor cut through first, though. Hey, there's a fun card.
Oh. That's fine.
Yes. Cast. Fun facts with Clicky. Did you and MTG when 2 creatures fight, first strike and double strike do not apply? Think you accidentally a word there. Yes, because now I have a target.
No, what happened? Where'd my board go?
I dealt damage
Volcanic
to everything.
Vision.
Yeah, Volcanic Visions.
Does AoE equal to the CMC of the card he's giving back?
Yeah.
TLDR. So I was just hoping.
Yeah. Let's see. What do I want to bin? Probably. Ugh, that's just so much fun. Bin this and that, I think. Unfortunately, I really like the other cards in my hand. So, did you see the altered counterspeller where it was like the card? You seen? I did not see that one. Have a good night, Shadow. Sorry I didn't catch that before. So, but have a good night. Fun facts with Clicky. Not good with grammar or spelling. Side fact, this make Clicky sad. Aww. But I was having fun with that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think I would have gone over Reservoir there, maybe. You're probably not wrong. Swarm Intelligence is a good card, and Doubling Cube is definitely one that you want to hit with that, but Reservoir can get real mean real fast.
Well, she can always buy it back because of the Galleon land.
Oh, right. I forgot it doesn't exile itself, so yeah. You can just keep buying that back. That's sweet. Derp, were you trying to post a link? Because, yeah, the links are verboten from non-mods. We just had a couple of people, a couple of bots come in and post links and don't want anybody to accidentally get got. Seasons Past.
One of my favorite cards.
That card is so much fun.
So good, and especially if you have Usher.
Yeah.
Because you just buy back Usher, transmute Usher to get Seasons Past back.
Yeah, that's a good way to go, things. Let's go up here, huh? Ugh. Cat stream. We got a Walter. He was hanging around trying to get scratches. And Red is super jealous in the door right now. He's just kind of staring at me like, oh, he gets picked up in pets. Hello.
This is my turn, Chancewell.
You blew up my stuff. It's not my fault.
This is my handsome older gentleman, Walter Croncat.
I see what you did there.
He wants to say hello to everyone. Take over the mic. He has sick DJ skills, so I wouldn't mess with him. He'll wreck you in a heads-up DJ battle.
I bet you his main line is boots and cats.
Yeah. Whew. Librarities. Ah, yeah. Counterspell. Yeah, I don't think that's an altar. That's just how that one is. Let's see. Boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats.
Now, Jeremy, I did have one more thing I could have done, but decided that I would let you have your fun.
Okay.
Just tossing that out there.
Oh boy, I like fun.
That means to hit him in the face.
Yeah.
That no, that means the opposite. That not what you said. The opposite of what you said.
Pretty sure he said hit me in the face.
That's what I heard. Going after Rainbow Princess because she's at 43. Seems pretty great. Now I got cat hair all over my face.
Oh, the wonderful joys of owning a cat.
Mm-hmm. All right, Reservoir, Cascade into probably like a Signet. Rattleclaw Mystic. Okay, sure. Yeah, I'm not doing anything super fun. You know? It's a lot of low cost. Tiny value.
But your life is going the wrong direction.
Yes, for you it is. For me it is not.
Rainbow, quick. Play Tainted Remedies.
Did my... Oh, I don't have anything that's worth one in my deck. So that Rampant Growth was kind of worthless. Sweet. yeah, that's all I got. Super exciting, like I said. Dictate. Alright. So now Zacama comes out and makes us all sad.
Zacama!
I got cat battles going on. I'm gonna go poke him with a stick. Of course, there's a box out in the dining room, or in the kitchen rather. So they were fighting over who gets to be in it. Zacama! Man, that's pretty nuts with Dictate. That's a lot, man. Okay, and then you get to bounce it and play it again.
Yep, I had just enough perfect mana.
Yep, to basically go infinite.
Infinite mana. Just blow up a few things, get into the life.
Well, you can kill everything and gain infinite life if you really wanted to.
Technically, he can just extort us all out of the game.
That is true too. Thank you, Valdor, for adding that quote. Poke him with a stick. Yeah, this is looking like it might be game 3. Let him loop through it once.
Yep, there's the removal. Oh, no.
Might not be. Alright, let's see what happens.
Okay, I don't. The Zacama or the Teamer? I don't know.
I believe if you target the Teamer, if you can kill the like, you can't kill the Teamer in response, but you can make him use enough mana that he can't recast Zacama, I believe.
There right now, right?
Correct. He has just enough to cast Zacama. So if you killed either Zacama, if you targeted either Zacama or the Teamer, he would then have to reactivate, which would then drop his mana below what he could use to recast Zacama.
Okay, but I don't. A pool.
Okay.
Correct, but it's using
And
another
Zacama
green
costs 11.
light. Zacama costs 9.
Currently.
Okay.
And then this also goes on top. Do you have a way to draw it?
If it's a plow, you can use the
Camper.
loot land to draw it and discard a different card.
It's true.
Mhm. So I think I can just draw it, right? Because I got the double manas.
Yeah, that's true too. You do have double mana.
Oh, that's true too, yeah.
So draw the card. that you just tutored. Well, that's pretty sweet.
Okay.
Sure.
I guess technically, since it was plow, it probably should have been pointed to the teamer since it can't return itself, but that's irrelevant.
Can't return itself, and the Zacama could come back from the command zone, but that's whatever. Whatever. Gives us a little bit longer to potentially. Oh, I see. Blow up my fishbowl. That was probably fair, though. I did not need to continue having that. Ooh.
Jeez.
That is unfortunate.
I.
Well, you got all the mana in the world now, Chance.
Yeah.
Right?
Chances.
I feel like we're just starting
I
to cancel
certainly
them.
do.
Gonna go nuts here.
I have all of my cards in hand.
They print swords to plowshares. How much would it cost? Like if they were to print it currently, as this is the first time they would ever print that card. I don't know. If they made it current, I could see it being 2 and a white. I think it wouldn't get played.
Okay, so if I do something that helps everybody else, are we going to like stop punching me in the face by chance?
I have
I
not
don't
punched you in
know,
the face in a minute.
You got a very punchy looking face.
You shut up, Santa. I'm talking bad about you.
We are getting extorted out greatly, like crazy.
Okay,
Well,
so I will get rid of this privileged position.
Okay. So the issue with printing swords now is that you have similar effects, but they don't permanently remove it. Like they just temporarily remove it. Yeah, there's Vraska's Contempt, which gains you the 2 life, but if you're thinking like O-Ring or Journey to Nowhere or something like that, they're enchantments that can potentially get the card back. So I think they would probably cost it a little higher than that. So maybe 3 and a white, or yeah, 3 and a white maybe. I could see 2 and a white. I think it would be still very good. Now that I think about it. It would get played in standard for sure. I don't know that it would get played much other place. I mean, they did have other things like Path, which are similar, you know. That was made when spells were still super powerful, because that was, you know, still near cryptic command and stuff like that. What does everybody else think? All of you in the game. If they were to preprint, or if they were to print Swords to Plowshares for the very first time in like core 19 or the fall set or something, what do you think the converted mana cost would be on it?
Are we ignoring the fact that it basically rips the color pie in half?
Mm-hmm.
Probably 6 mana, 5 mana, something somewhere along that range, I would guess, to keep it at instant speed.
Okay.
Because if you look at some of the other removal, like Chastise and stuff, where it destroys an attacking or blocking creature or attacking creature, and you gain a bunch of life, it's similar in that, but it's so much more powerful because it doesn't have those restrictions on it.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily like
Ever.
towards one another.
Really?
Kind of like sliding.
2 targets. I'm casting in my main phase, so it's gotta have.
So it's got to have 2 targets.
Yeah.
I'm the only one who didn't get to have fun with the Dictate of Karametra. We have Blessed Light at 4 and a white in Dominaria with no downside. Gyarados says, I think it would be 4 and be printed at Mythic.
Can't lose to Zacama. Can't lose to Zacama now.
Zacama!
Hey. None of that. Same question, but with Brainstorm. Jeez.
I think Brainstorm wouldn't be too different from what it is.
Yeah. 2, 3 maybe?
Brainstorm's biggest problem isn't Brainstorm. It was a terrible card for many a year until they printed the fetch lands. Then suddenly it became really good.
Destroy all non-land permanents. Everybody gotta make me sad.
How would...
This I am okay with.
1 in a blue like Anticipate, says Gyarados.
Me. Do the lesser option.
What is this cat doing out here? Oof. Here you were hoping there would be a game 3. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it anymore. Back to being sad.
Nice.
That's one of those cards I've always wanted to put into a deck, but have yet to actually do.
Yeah. Yep, pass. Welcome to Sad Stone Age. Yep. Yeah, Mina's right. There was the bad fetch lands in Mirage, the ETB ones. ETB tapped, rather. Yeah, they were in there, they just weren't great, but everybody knew the fetch lands were actually really good once they came out in Onslaught. Then paired up with cards like Brainstorm, things got degenerate. Like they are now. With all this 20 colorless mana in your pool.
once my deck does its
You
thing,
mean
you're
drawing that
going to be
many?
severely disappointed.
Yep. Drawing 10 cards. I do things in my own time. Etha, initiate of Ret Crop. Ooh, just going after him.
Understandable.
Like I said, he has a very punchy looking face.
Wow. Hello. I don't know how they're doing it, but they seem to go, oh no, Leovold 2 OP, yet Muldrotha perfectly balanced, like certain cards 2 OP, yet they realize things like Zacama and Muldrotha even Tashar, but I like it. Yeah. Leovold just locked people out of the game in a very quick fashion. I think was their big issue.
Yeah, play Leovold, wheel, and you pretty much won the game.
Yeah. Whereas, like, Muldrotha is just a super great value engine.
I think Muldrotha would be okay in Commander. It just seems to be really hard to beat in Brawl. Not as hard to beat as Brawl in Brawl, but...
Like, really, all you have to do is have a repeatable graveyard hate, and Muldrotha just goes to poo.
That seems like it'll get out of hand quickly. 50% done with Muldrotha. Congrats. I am interested in signing up to your newsletter. What are we looking at here? Well, I could try to take Chance Mo out and then probably get blown out by one of the 16 cards in hand.
Yeah, but then Santa
I
can
would
try.
advise not to.
But then I'm
But
gonna
then
just
Santa can try.
yeah. But I'm gonna punch Santa in the face. Hilariously, Muldrotha is very good at Graveyard Hate themselves because it can just keep recurring Tormod's Crypts and Nile Spellbombs. Yep. That is one thing that I put in my Muldrotha, or at least I might have cut it very, very late, was Tormod's Crypt. And Birthing Pod was the other one that I cut, was like one of the last card or two that I cut. I've been thinking about getting one, but it's probably not in the cards right now for me.
Let's see it.
There's a pig for you, and a pig for you, and a pig for you.
Sweet little pig.
Oh, man. 4 piggies, eh? Excuse me. Same thing as before, but with Animate Dead. I think Animate Dead is kind of fine at 1 of the black. I could see it going up to like 2 in a black. I guess reanimation has gone up pretty significantly in costs. I think it would be a rare or a mythic at like 3. What does everybody else think? If Animate Dead were printed in the for the very first time.
I think it would probably be closer to Necromancer.
Okay.
Really, on my ramp. Cultivate, Rite of Flourishing, Growth Spasm, G. There's a landscape. I've needed those lands for a while now.
Valdor says 3 or 4 CMC for sure. Treasure Cruise, eh? That's gross.
I'm trying to dig to the whole reason behind this deck, and it's not popping up.
Blood Tyrant. Got rid of my Reliquary Tower.
Helix Pinnacle?
Which makes me sad.
I do have a Helix Pinnacle in here, yes.
Labman?
All right, this might take a minute. I am going to try to do my thing.
Okay.
It will not lead to anybody losing the game because that just doesn't how this deck works.
Well, you just milled like 15 cards off of me.
Yeah. Yeah, what's your next card?
Okay, let's see if this works.
Wow. Okay.
Nice, draw a whole bunch and then just make it time.
Copy
And
it.
it's epic, so you just constantly keep casting it.
Okay. And you get to turn it on over a couple of times. Copy Artifact. What's Copy Artifact currently? Is it 3?
No, it's 2 CMC.
2? That's what. Okay, I couldn't remember. It was for some reason I thought it was 3, but yeah.
Copy Enchantment 3.
Okay, yeah. So Copy Artifact is 2. 4 is what I would guess. HUD says, you may like this. Me and my streams co-hosts are letting our friends and viewers vote this week. What format do they want to see in Commanders winning? And we're letting them decide our general as well. What do you think? I think it's pretty fun. Letting people decide your general. I build decks on stream pretty regularly. Once a month or so.
I have done my thing. I can die now, and it will not matter. I have copied Endless Swarm. I've copied an epic spell some amount of times.
Some amount of times. That's pretty great. You do have a whole lot of insects now, or snakes rather.
That is the entire point behind the deck, to either copy Endless Swarm or the blue one that searches permanents out. Just get enough mana to copy them a couple of times and then see what happens.
All right. I could see Copy Artifact actually costing 3 derp.
It did. It cost 3 colorless.
Did it?
Sculpting Steel. Literally, it was copy artifact, only an artifact.
It was an artifact instead of a sorcery, I think.
Copy artifact and enchantment, and the thing stays an enchantment when it copies it.
Right, that's how that works. Yeah, I haven't played with it in so long. I forget what it actually was. Man, that is a lot of snakes.
Yes, I have snakes on 5 life. I have no doubts about my soon-to-be death, but still, I got to do my thing.
Snake.
Mm.
For the last card, I don't know if this is going to be a hard one. Berserk. Oof. That's a good one.
Ooh.
How much would Berserk cost if it was printed for the first time today?
Berserk has to be attacking creatures, correct? And it has to be attacking creatures you control?
No, it's just attacking creatures. Because that's one of the tricks, is you can force somebody to sacrifice their creature by targeting their creature.
That's going to push the cost up from 1, though they did reprint it in like a Modern Masters set or whatever at 1 at G.
They put it in, was it the Eternal Master set?
Eternal Masters or 25. I'm not sure which one.
Can't remember which one. It was reprinted though. Cast Berserk only before the combat damage step. Target creature gains trample and gets +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is its power. At the beginning of the next end step, destroy that creature if it attacked this turn. Yeah, so that's... You can force somebody to sack their creature if you're okay with...
So, aside from cost, though, what color would it go into as written?
That is a good question. I still think green, because trample and plus power is still just green. I don't know. I could see it being...
But it can be used offensively, so does it stay in green?
Yeah, because, I mean, if it's used offensively, you're still thinking like overrun and stuff like that can be used. But if you're thinking because it can target the other person's creature to force them to sack it, I'm thinking like maybe black.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe a green-black, and it does the exact same thing.
I did that last time for that exact amount, so I can't do that. That's unfortunate. Could just do this. It's kind of funny. Kaboom.
Oh, sad. Deserved, but sad. Doesn't matter. I got my thing off. I'm good. I'm done.
You got to have your fun. Play your epic spell and cast it multiple times. Copy it multiple times. Kaboom. -17. And I knew it wasn't going to hit the others for very much, unfortunately.
It's all good.
Yeah. No attacks. I'm good, thanks. Hey, Scribbles. There's the red enchantment, which gives +2/+0 and has haste to a creature you control, but creatures get sacked at the end of your turn. Yeah. Derp has a few more. If anybody wants to answer fun, what would this cost?
Now, I'll let you all know, if the pigs are still alive, when whoever wins the game, I'm going to call victory.
You're calling moral victory.
Quick, throw the piggies at each other.
Sinkhole?
No.
How much would sinkhole cost?
4. I mean, that's what all the rest of the destruction is.
It'd be red as well. If we were ignoring the color pie breaking, then it'd probably be 4, yeah. Yeah, you know, two black is about where I would put it.
So here's the thing about Stone Rain. Is it powerful because it was 3 mana, or was it powerful because there was like 6 different versions of it at 3 mana?
I think a little bit of both. Going to
if you look at like Masked Block, they had like Rain of Tears, which was black and it colorless for a destruction spell, and you had Stone Rain, which is the same thing, and then they had some 4 mana ones from like Saga and such.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Stone Rain was actually one of my least favorite cards when I started playing.
The same buddy I was talking about earlier built a Stone Rain Armageddon Wrath of God deck, and that was the first deck I played against when he was teaching me Magic.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Turns out my deck of Prodigal Sorcerers and Thornwind Fairies didn't survive very well.
Yeah, I'd imagine. That's a fun card. We're just gonna go. I'm gonna go here. Here's another mana color pie screwy card. Fast Bond. Do they even print it?
I mean, you add enough cost to it.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's like 4 or 5 mana, you're not going to have lands anyway, so I guess it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. The question is, how much do you think it would cost if it was printed in 2017? Yeah. Fast Bond, man, that's rough.
Well, it depends on how balanced you think exploration is, and kind of go from there.
Yeah. 3 would be probably an okay one, because 3 is Rites of Flourishing, but like as a one-time effect, playing as many as you want. I think it would be one of those where it would cost a bit, but then somebody would figure out how to break it if it was low enough, similar to like a Glimpse.
It also depends whether we're talking like if it's going to be legal in Standard or legal in Modern. If it's legal in Modern, then you've got to worry about like Courser of Kruphix and stuff like that.
Yeah, it'd be one of those where you could, even if it was like 6 or 7 mana, somebody could figure out a way to abuse it very easily in like Modern. Mino says, what about Plow Under? I think Plow Under might be around where it's at. Wonder how much exploration would cost nowadays.
I think exploration would be like 2G.
Yeah, that's kind of where I would put it at as well. Yeah. 2 Gs. Probably about right. Oh man, so much Zacama.
Can I just get a Zacama on repeat?
Yeah. It's kind of what we're doing here, right? Fast spawn is the one I was putting at 1 green, green, green. Oh boy, and Seedboard Muse. Another color hosing card, Acid Rain. Plunder was no obnoxious. I hated more than Ravager. Yeah. Acid Rain I'm not sure on. Clicky's asking Skull Clamp, and I think they would probably have just printed it the way that it before they fixed it, quote unquote. And I think it would have been a good, not great card. Because I think the original version was equipped creature gets +1/+1. And it equipped for
Correct.
2? Something like that. So they would just print it like that. And it'd be fine. Acid Rain 3 and a blue sorcery, destroy all forests. Yeah, it's really difficult because of the fact that it's just such a break in the color pie. Zacama! Yeah. Alright, alright. Color would you put Acid Rain in? If it was destroy forests? I don't know, probably still red. I think land destruction is just solidly in red now, right? Actually, no. I don't care that much. Put A+1+. Oh, prevent it that way. Right. Forgot about that. Insight was one of the blue hate cards in Tempest. Does Seed Time count as off-color hate? No, probably. Planar cleansing. But I like my non-land permanents. I don't like Dreadbeard's non-land permanents, but I like my non-land permanents.
Beginning to worry about that land permanent.
Yeah.
Oh man, I think dang it, I messed up.
Okay. All right, all right. I think Abyss was close to being okay. Maybe 4 in black. I could see 4 in a black, yeah. Oh boy, that's Zacama. Blowing up all those things. You know what? Let's just yield to that. Yeah, if it was actually printed for the first time today, Abyss would definitely have a different templating. Sad face.
Sad too. It's not me.
Gonna add a whole bunch of mana.
Sorry.
Okay. Draw a bunch of cards.
Cards.
This one could be a heated card. Concordant Crossroads. It would be red. And it would cost 2 and a red. Actually, it'd be even less than that. If it was all things get haste and not just your stuff getting haste, I think it'd probably just be 1 and a red. Or less. Harrow. The new Selesny Angel is actually kind of I'm actually kind of disappointed in Clicky. That's unfortunate. Mass hysteria, yeah. Sounds right. I couldn't remember if there was one that gave everything haste that was later, or if it was just Fervor, which is 2 and a green. Or 2 and a red, rather. Elephant Grass is so weird, I like it sort of would go nicely with Blizzard. Yeah, Elephant Grass is another weird one that would probably be a little bit more expensive than what it currently is. Oh, man. Remember when we thought this game was going to end at like 11, we were going to get into game 3?
I don't know what you're talking about. It ended for me. I'm not sure why y'all split.
Blowing up all the stuff. Now what am I gonna do? Oof.
Oh no.
So many cats.
Meow.
Meow indeed. So many cats. Yeah, it was derp. I actually like that. Um... Hmm. All right. Do this.
You.
What was this, guys? One damage?
I did 1 damage to every. Each creature does
Oh.
1 damage to its controller. That's
That's so funny.
and.
Are you going to kill me?
Quite possibly.
That's against them.
That's not great. I guess that. We're gonna copy it.
Wow.
Aw.
But first,
Should have grabbed the one for each land they have.
yeah, I could have done that.
Killed 2 people with the same spell. There's points there.
It's true. One more
I
bribery.
don't think I would die.
Oh, I stacked those wrong. Apparently the spell doesn't exist.
Yep.
That's unfortunate. Heads up, 7 up.
Random spells.
Jumping into a commander game, you never know what to expect. You're not wrong. Ah, Gatherer's Crusade. Oh. Oh my goodness. This is not good for me.
Oh no, I don't got much going on in hand.
Yeah. You say that. But then you're going to get +1/+1 counters for every creature you make. Okay. Taking 3.
Are you killing me?
What can I do here? Throw that out there again.
Commander cast.
Yep.
thing.
time I see stream, I really hope I don't see Jeremy just get murdered here by Crusade. There's a very good chance that's going to happen here. Thanks, Valdor. Okay, that's a commander. That's some life gainings and some more more counters. No blocks. Go to 9. Okay. I don't want to do this way, but could do that. So we're going to cascade here.
Okay.
What do we cascade into? Okay, I guess we'll cast Wonder. Okay, so Bituminous Blast. Get in there. Okay, let's see if this works. Yeah. See what we get. G-Man Crib, thank you so much for the subscription with Church Prime. Woohoo! All right. Ooh. All right, so we've got Murderous Cut and Mind's Dilation. So we can cast that there. Cast this. Can't play the land. All right.
Okay.
Goes to you. Thank you so much, G-Man Crew. I will try to keep it up. Pawn O Ulamog. What do we get? Land? Yeah, land. That is not as fun. Balak. I'm gonna pump out like a bunch of dudes.
No, I'm just gonna be mean. Yes. Or swords. I guess, yeah, I'm giving you 4 life.
Yeah.
Mean.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. Repeated swords every turn.
Yeah. That
Yeah,
is...
Conqueror's Galleon is great.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Oh, yeah. Late game, it's so good.
The biggest problem is trying to get it to flip.
Yeah, it's not that hard usually.
I mean, need 4 power. Attacker.
Yeah, if your commander's like a 2-powered guy with without a lot of other creatures in the deck, it's a bit hard to get the thing to swing.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Yeah, in hindsight, I realized I could have gained like 30 life with Zacama.
Right. Yeah, I was wondering if... Okay.
Yep. That
2
works.
threes.
Alright.
Landwalk.
Non-basic landwalk, right?
I'm gonna start here.
I think I've basically... I don't even know if I have acidic slime in this, but that would be... Yeah, I agree, Mad Blue Mage. I would much rather play...
What'd you get?
I got Vampiric Rites.
Ooh.
Yeah, I would much rather be playing Maelstrom Wanderer, but it's a bit expensive. Ugh. Man. This is not good for me. Okay. Well, let's spin the wheel.
No.
The wheel did not do much.
Uh-oh.
It can consume things.
I guess I could scribe before casting my card.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Bygone Bishop. Investigate. Alright, so that was a land. Flipped over.
Jeez. Accurately.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I should do this on my turn.
If you're again, I'm gonna head to bed.
Alright.
I'm gonna keep watching this. This is interesting.
Alright, so we can do that. Then you mill. Not that it matters much. Gray Merchant. Whew.
Yeah, that was actually in my hand when you wheeled.
Ah, that could have been real bad. I mean, that's there, so... That? Yeah?
I might have forgotten about that. I should not have stepped out.
Yeah, I was wondering, because you used the Conqueror's Galleon on your turn. You could have brought back...
I forgot about the enchantment.
Yeah.
Back. Let's go to 1.
Yeah. Your battlefield says you have leftover Kruphix mana? Oh, yep. It's still just sitting there in the mana pool.
Yeah, never beat.
Alright.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, you're at 1. Do I have enough to cast this is the question. Probably not. But... I do. Could have made it just big enough to get you. Just 1. One is notably not none. You're not wrong. You gone first, Sarah. She's still got a chance, and it's probably gonna hit me right in the face.
I really don't want to wipe. Do we even have the mana to wipe the board? I really don't want to wipe the board. Like I just deserve to lose for getting nothing. Oh.
I mean, if you can wipe the board,
I don't want to.
then I'm just kind of we're both kind of top decking, and you've
Yeah.
got a land that can keep drawing you cards. So, are you gonna get the planar cleansing back or whatever it was?
No. What I'm gonna do is this.
Return to dust. All right. Bishop of Rebirth. Okay. Do I not have anything? Doesn't look like it. Creatures 3 assumes 0 or less. This is going after my boots and my mind. Alright. Yeah. This is a slugfest. You're not wrong. This became much more one-sided very quickly. That's Flying Death Touch.
That's all.
Yeah. Okay. Alright. What do we draw? Oh, that's so bad.
Oh, Fester. I saw that Rogue's Passage at one point. I was like, oh, that's a Rogue's Passage. And then I was like,
It is a Rogue's Passage. Sneakily wait until it's the last thing you do.
GG.
GG.
In the mood to wipe the board.
Yeah, probably would have let it at least go another couple of rounds. Or another couple of turns, rather.
Alright. Well,
Yeah, that was a good game.